hey, this is a new episode and you're in it. You're doing it.
We're on a couch now.
That's right. This is the casting couch. Welcome.
Oh.
Take it off, baby.
I feel like I didn't sign a consent form.
What's up to our sidekicks and henchfolk out there in the Geek Nation? Thank you for joining us on this very special episode of Fresh Floppies, a show wherein Jeremy and I, JD of Johnny Destructo's Hero Complex, located at 4327 Main Street, Philadelphia, PA 19127, talk about comic books that are coming out this week, a handful, a smattering of comic books, but without spoilers. You got shaky leg syndrome? What's going on? You got the wobbles?
This is how I sit. Like I'm usually doing it under the table. You just don't notice.
And yeah, we're here to talk about comics, but without any spoilers. Comics that came out yesterday, Wednesday, and we're gonna start. Listen, this is a mostly DC show. This episode,
DC's doing a lot right now.
Yeah, so we're gonna start off with a couple of Marvel books, and then we're gonna go heavy into what came out in DC this week because it's kind of important. So, are you ready?
I'm ready.
Let's do it. You're going to start with me? We'll start with me.
Start with you.
Amazing Spider-Man number 24, legacy numbering 988.
That's a lot of numbers.
Death Spiral. This is an ongoing, what would you call it? Not series.
Crossover?
Crossover, yeah. Crossover between Amazing Spider-Man and Venom. Featuring Spider-Man, Venom, and Carnage, Eddie Brock Carnage. Oh, you just saw a big spoiler, didn't you?
Well, no, I actually didn't look. I was saying / Eddie Brock, but then you beat me to it. So.
Yeah. And this is part 4 of 9 of Death Spiral. So I've been really enjoying what's been going on with Amazing Spider-Man recently, and I love MJ as Venom, and I love Eddie Brock as Carnage. I don't think I would have assumed that I would have enjoyed these things, but here we are. We have a new villain called Torment, who this entire time I kind of thought was a symbiote.
He's got symbiote vibes.
He does. He do be vibing, right?
Like, and also, to me, the spiral that this whole thing revolves around is connected to
Absolute Carnage,
yeah.
And Null and all that other what have you. So I kind of thought it was going to be a symbiote-based story, but so far, maybe not. I don't know. I don't want to spoil anything, but we find out a little bit more about Torment and kind of his goal and what he's doing and his psychosis, I guess. So this is really, really fun. And oh gosh, who wrote it?
Yeah,
I'll tell you. It's Charles Soule with Joe Kelly and then Jesus Saíz on art. God damn, I love Jesus Saíz. He's so good. And this is a gorgeous looking book. It's really fun. I love Eddie Brock having to, not Eddie Brock, I'm sorry. Yeah, Eddie Brock trying to control Carnage. And sort of, we've been seeing him slipping a little bit recently.
Yeah.
Which is terrifying for Eddie Brock and everyone who doesn't want to be murdered by a symbiote. So yeah, but this is really, really fun. If you haven't started Death Spiral, you could probably jump on pretty easily.
Yeah.
This is only issue 4, and it's been weekly. So the books haven't been out that long.
There was also one book that that we did talk about, which is just titled Death Spiral, and it was like a one-shot. So it's a great place to pick up, start it, and then grab the ASM and Venoms from there.
Yeah, man, this is awesome. I'm really having a blast with this. I love this.
Hell yeah.
What Marvel did you read? How fresh. How floppy.
This is Fresh Floppies after all.
This is pretty dang fresh.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, I really liked it.
I read the Sentry number 1 that just came out this week. I have no experience with the Sentry, so this is my first. I think he was mentioned in the current Avengers series like months ago, if not close to a year ago.
And this is written by Paul Jenkins, who I think co-created the Sentry to begin with.
And art is by Christian Rosado.
Yeah, do not know that name, but how is it?
It was pretty good. It gives a decent summary and explanation of who the Sentry is, what his vibe is, and like what his primary conflict is.
Himself.
Yeah, pretty much the whole like Void versus Sentry thing.
Yeah.
It's pretty cool. Basically the crux of this is that he is trying to figure out how to come to terms with the things that he has done, which I don't even really know what he's done previously as the Void.
I think even as the Sentry, he just like straight up ripped Carnage in half. He flew him up into space and ripped his body in half.
Oh, great. Cool. We also get some tidbits here about his friends on Earth being like, "Where have you been, dog?" And I also don't know where he's been. Presumably up in space somewhere.
Dog.
There's a dog. Wow,
there's a dog.
There's dogs in this. I'd say this was pretty fresh. This is
How much
very
experience do you have with the Sentry at all?
virtually none.
Great.
He was mentioned once in Avengers a while
Okay.
back, and that was it.
Did you see Thunderbolts the movie?
Nope.
Oh, okay. He's in that.
Oh,
Yeah.
good for him.
Yeah. Yeah, he's getting work.
I wasn't super invested in this. Honestly, I don't love the art.
Yeah.
And
It's not bad, but
tone wise, it's a little bit too edgy for me. It's a little bit too like, I'm bad and evil. How do I exist among these heroes and my friends? Blah, 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 blah. And it's like, fine, I get it, but also shut up about it.
Is it edgy or emo?
I feel like edgy.
Okay.
But I also...
it sounds emo.
I would say being emo is edgy. But edgy is not necessarily emo.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay.
Anyway, pretty fresh. If you like the Sentry, this is a pretty... It's probably going to recap some stuff that you know. But you know, if you like emotional turmoil, if you like emotional turmoil, this is for you.
Okay, great.
Go for it.
Emo edginess.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, the art feels a little bit like Jean-Paul Leon, but his face is some of the way he draws Bob's face is a little off-putting. Just his like normal regular face.
I also do find it very funny that his name is just Bob.
Bob, yeah, isn't that great? Yeah, Bob. Yeah, man. The Sentry, I could take him or leave him, but sometimes he's pretty interesting.
I can see how in certain stories he would be a very intriguing character.
Yeah.
This one didn't quite pull me in, but I'd say give it a shot. I can see why people would be attached to this.
All right. So we mentioned DC. There's going to be a lot of DC today, and there are a couple of things to be aware of. DCKO just wrapped up, and Superman is off doing. We don't know where he went.
Yeah.
And there are a bunch of jumping on points, which I think is very smart in terms of the publisher and letting people know what's going on, of like, here's a jumping on point. A lot of them are just the series that have been coming out regularly, but now at the very top, there's a banner that says blank starts here, the future of John Kent starts here, a new story starts here, etc. But then there's also some new series coming out starting this week called Next Level.
Which is basically like, it is the name for what would you say, the current continuity? Because previously it was All In. Last year it was DC All In.
And now this is Next Level.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so the very first one I was very excited about because it is Greg Rucka, who I believe is, I think he's the co-creator of Batwoman, because he was also part of the Gotham Central comic, which was awesome. And then Renee Montoya becoming the Question, and Batwoman, Kate Kane. I don't know. I don't think he created her. I think she's been around for a long time, but he like created this new version of this character, Batwoman. And it's drawn. Yeah. So it's Greg Rucka, and it's drawn by somebody.
Once told me.
Dani, Dani, with Matt Hollingsworth on colors. Did you read this, Batwoman?
I did.
Oh, what did you think?
I liked it. Was I supposed to be a little bit confused?
Yes.
Okay. Success. I was a little bit confused. It has a very dark tone to it, which I enjoyed. It's again a bit more on the emotional turmoil side.
Yeah.
Than your typical comic, but I think this did it better than Sentry.
Right on.
This feels very fresh to me. Also not a fan of this art, but I like the story enough that I got over it.
I like this art better than I like the art in Sentry, for sure.
They are, they're very similar in my head, where things are just like a little bit messy, and I think it's great for some scenes in this where the environment is dark and the tone is very dark.
Yeah, the tone of this whole book is dark. Yeah,
true. Yeah. But in some scenes where, like, I feel like this scene would have benefited from a slightly different style, but that's just my unprofessional opinion.
The coloring does a lot of the heavy lifting.
Yes,
because this artist Dani leaves a lot of impressionistic lines, but that also doesn't give everything an outline. So if a person is sitting with their legs together, you get an outline of the outside of their legs, and the inside of their leg is basically just the colorist defining the two legs from each other,
Yeah,
as
yeah,
opposed
yeah.
to like being a blob in black and white.
It's a great way
So
to describe
yeah,
it. Thank you.
but this is I actually quite like this. I don't care that much about Batwoman, but we start off with her in an asylum.
Mhm. In Greece? Question mark.
Yeah, in
Yeah.
Greece, for sure. Pedalon, Greece, on an island that looks like Alcatraz, and she's getting help. And then we're also getting flashbacks to an ongoing battle that she's had with her sister, which
Mhm.
I don't know if they mentioned that they're sisters here. Did you know that was her sister?
I did because they mentioned names.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
And her sister has this whole thing about oh, what's the Wonderland? Alice in Wonderland.
Yeah.
Alice in Wonderland. So yeah, but yeah, and then I think it's got a really fun last page reveal of what they think
cool.
about Kate Kane and
Mhm.
their plans for Kate Kane, and then
They being some overarching baddies that we don't really know much about, right?
right,
Yeah. Okay.
correct.
Just some mysterious bad guys who
Yeah.
seem to be monitoring Kate.
But Greg Rucka is really good at like crime superhero books, so
It does feel like a dark crime
yeah,
vibe for
yeah.
sure.
So I think this was pretty dang fresh. I'm looking forward to issue 2.
Good. I'm glad. I know you're looking forward to this one, so I'm glad you like it.
How do you feel? How fresh?
I was gonna say very fresh.
Very fresh.
Yeah.
All right. Let's move on to next level number 1. Lobo.
Lobo. Lobo is an absurd character.
Yes, he is.
Anyone who knows Lobo knows he is ridiculous, and that's his whole thing.
Yeah.
And I like him better because or rather, the thing I like about him is that I think Lobo does ridiculous and absurd better than somebody like Deadpool maybe, because he is just so he operates so far out of the bounds of every other character in DC in terms of just behavior and the art that people usually have associated with him. Anyway, I think it's so committed to the bit that it works very well in my opinion.
Okay. And this is by Skottie Young and Jorge Corona? Who are what's the creative team?
Oh, maybe.
I have, I used to read some Lobo bits back in the 80s when it was drawn by Simon Bisley. And so I've just loved Simon Bisley's artwork. There was I think it was like a Lobo Judge Dredd crossover or something. No, Batman Judge Dredd, but that was drawn by Bisley. And I love that. And Lobo is sort of like, just like a metalhead, cigar chomping, mercenary who is unkillable, and he comes from a planet called Zarnia, and he's the last Zarnian because he murdered all the other Zarnians on the planet. He's so absurd.
Yeah,
and
he operates with zero remorse, and if you ever see him next to another character in a panel, the chances of that character being dead in the next panel are very high.
Yeah. So what'd you think of this? Oh, also, who was it?
It was Skottie Young and Jorge Corona. Great, you got it right, Mr. Expert over here. But this story is basically he goes to fulfill a bounty and then gets a call that somebody else effectively owns the bounty now and has canceled it. And then it leads to him finding the people that bought the bounty, and it becomes a bit of a parody on capitalistic television. It takes an unexpected turn. I actually very much enjoy it. And am looking forward to the next one.
See, to me, this is edgelordy.
Really?
Yeah, this would be edgy and not emo, as opposed to Sentry and Batwoman being more emo and less edgy. This is like, I'm the world's toughest bastich. I've got all the guns and I've got chains and my chest is out.
See, I totally feel you. For me, edgy takes itself a bit more seriously.
I see. This is more parody, so it's okay.
Yeah, edgy. Yeah. Honestly, Batman's edgy to me.
Okay.
This is just
doofy.
Yeah.
Okay.
This is metal, but the goofy category of metal.
Yeah.
Which is my favorite kind of metal.
Yeah, I thought it was okay. I thought it was fresh enough.
Really?
Yeah, it was fresh enough. Just because it doesn't speak to me.
That's fair.
In that way.
I'm going with fresh AF. It's
great. Awesome.
I hate it. I mean, I hate how much I like it.
Oh, great. Also, in the very beginning, they're watching a movie, and it's basically Wolverine Deadpool, the movie, right? So it's just some of the jokes are a little too cute by half, a little on the nose.
Yeah.
But yeah, if you
It's
don't
just-
have much experience with Lobo, maybe it'll seem fresh. Fresh AF.
Maybe if you don't know what you're talking about,
Yeah,
you'll like
maybe
the
if you're a
comic.
freaking newbie idiot, it'll be fresh AF.
I just think it establishes a stupid tone and then maintains it. and
Great.
I'm in.
Did you read Deathstroke the Terminator, next level #1, right?
Deathstroke's a little edgy.
Oh, you know what's funny? Next level also all in. It's got next level and all in.
Okay, well
God
now I don't
damn
know.
it.
Now
Ugh.
I have no idea what to expect.
Oh, hey, nice. Oh, I like. So this is by Tony Fleecs and Carmine fuck me.
No.
Carmine de Giandomenico, whomst I love but can never say his name.
Did you read this?
No.
Oh, this is very good.
Yeah.
Yeah. This.
Do you
this,
have Deathstroke the Terminator experience?
Nope. No
Slade!
experience with Deathstroke the Terminator.
He's a big Teen Titans villain.
Is he?
Yeah, but he's also the problem I have with Deathstroke the Terminator is that he's one of those characters who is so good at his job. He's the best fighter in the world,
Edgy.
and no one can ever defeat him. But then, he's going up against Batman, so he'll probably lose.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They build him up so much that well, okay, but then Batman's gonna beat him. So
he has healing and super strength, right?
maybe
I think they mentioned
he's
in
got
here, I'm
like
just confirming.
enhanced abilities a little bit.
Yeah.
But he's not like Lobo. Like you can't cut off his head and he'll come back.
Right. This I
Clearly,
thought
since
was
he lost an eye.
true. This I thought was also fresh AF, but
Oh.
for very different reasons.
Okay.
This is the kind of book where there's a lot of action happening, but then a much more serious tone and conversation happening on top of it. And I'm a sucker for that kind of thing.
Cool.
And it's a very family and emotion focused overtone or undertone, maybe.
I see his
Narration
daughter
words.
Rose is there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But then the action that's happening under it is just exactly what you were saying. I'm the biggest, baddest guy with the largest guns and can do whatever I want and kill whoever I want. Not in a Lobo way, but in a cooler way, honestly. Yeah, I'm a sucker for that kind of juxtaposition of tone, and it really worked for me.
So another tidbit, since we were just talking about Deadpool, co-created by Rob Liefeld. Did you ever notice the similarities between Deadpool and Slade? Yeah. Slade Wilson, Wade Wilson.
Oh, I didn't even see that one. I didn't know his last name was Wilson.
They both have like Spider-Man eyes on the mask, and
they were made by different
they're
people,
both
or the same
mercenaries. Yeah, Rob Liefeld has a penchant for.
Was he the one that did like that Young Blood or whatever?
Stealing other people's looks and ideas and then making them his own. What's that?
What was he the one who did that like Young Blood? I think it was called, where everybody looks like an X-Men character. Gotcha.
Yep. Because he was on X-Force, and then he went and started his own Youngblood, which was X-Force. Basically.
Cool.
Yeah, he's big on that.
If you think he's wrong, fight him in the comments.
Fight you.
But from the little evidence I have, you seem correct.
So that was a next level, and you give it fresh.
This was fresh AF for me.
Oh, nice.
I really enjoyed all the next levels.
Man.
So those are 3 number 1s this week.
Three ballers.
Deathstroke, Terminator, Batwoman, and Lobo.
And then Superman Unlimited came out. And this is The Future of John Kent starts here. Superman Unlimited number 11 by Dan Slott and Meyer? Somebody Meyer?
So now we're jumping into the jumping on points for existing ongoing series.
Lucas Meyer. And I have only read the first issue of Superman Unlimited by Dan Slott. Maybe first 2 or 3. And I thought it was pretty good. But now with a jumping on point, and I also see John Kent, one of the Super Sons, who I love. I think this kid's great. So how much experience do you have with John Kent?
Some. Because I'm relatively up to date with like various ongoing Superman books.
Yeah.
Obviously he jumps in and out.
Yeah.
I have some experience with his miniseries, which was like John Kent Man of Tomorrow, something like that. Or
something like that.
Yeah.
By Tom Taylor.
Yes.
Yeah, I really like that.
And yeah, I have a lot of John Kent adjacent experiences.
Gotcha. So John Kent, son of Clark and Lois, was a Superboy, and he looks like this. And I love his costume. He hung out with Damian, who is Batman's son, and they had a book together called The Super Sons. And it was a perfect what do they call that? Odd couple kind of comic where they, Damien's dark and moody and kind of a jerk, and John is bright and happy and uplifting, and watching them bounce off each other while also being best friends is really fun for me. I really like that. And then Brian Michael Bendis came along and then made John Kent 17 years old. There was like a time jump kind of thing where poor baby John Kent was taken to the future, and then to I want to say to into the multiverse, maybe Earth 3, where Superman, that version of Superman, is Ultraman, who is just an evil piece of shit. He's like Homelander. And so this dude who looks like his father traps him in a volcano for years.
Yeah.
And then when he finally comes back, he's like 17 years old. So a lot of the fandom was really upset that Bendis upped the age of this kid character that everyone seemed to be enjoying for seemingly no reason. And they still have a bit of animosity about that.
Really?
So seeing that young John Kent is on the cover of this issue made me want to pick it up and check it out. And lo and behold, we get some young John Kent. I won't spoil anything. I will say that there is a reveal in this that I absolutely hated, and a reveal in this that I quite liked.
I don't hate it quite as much, but I can absolutely see why. That said, though, I think this is honestly a great jumping on point.
Yeah.
I don't even... Unlike some of the other jumping ons that DC has done the past 2 weeks, this doesn't feel like it's directly connected to whatever happened before. I don't feel like it is anything other than a number one.
Yeah.
It very much feels like a number one. We open with, honestly, a lot of the explanation that JD just gave of John Kent's history, which is great for people like me. And then we jump right into, his conflict for the issue, which is, I think it's pretty funny, actually. I think a lot of the dialogue and action here is very entertaining. And
it's a Mr. Mxyzptlk adjacent character.
Yeah.
From the fourth dimension.
Yeah. So things get a little goofy.
Yeah.
And I do like John Kent as a character.
Yeah, so. I like John too. I like John a lot. So yeah, man. If you're curious about young John Kent coming back, maybe check this out. Superman Unlimited 11. I thought it was, I think most of it's pretty dang fresh, but then there's one reveal in here that I just absolutely hated, because I just think the design and the name are terrible.
the name is objectively terrible, but that's fine.
Yeah. New Titans.
Very fresh for me.
Number 33 by Tate Brombal, who does a comic book that we both very much like. And that is called Everything Dead and Dying from Image Comics.
Fantastic book, dude.
Super good zombie book. Very emotional. Just really great. And so I don't know about him doing any other superhero book. So for me, this is my first Tate Brombal superhero outing. And we went from... Has this been Teen Titans this entire time, or just Titans?
It's been just Titans.
Titans. And so now they've changed the name to Teen Titans. In the same way that Aquaman last week became Emperor Aquaman. Name change. This is New Titans, but it's number 33.
Yeah, same numbering as the Titans series.
All new lineup, and it all starts here. I don't know what to say about this without spoiling it.
The majority of this book is a relatively large spoiler.
Yeah.
I will say we don't really see or learn much of these New Titans yet
at all.
So. Just I guess so you're not disappointed going in, but also I wasn't disappointed.
No, I wasn't. I thought this was delightful.
Yeah, we didn't see the new team really, but this was actually a very fun book. Interesting, and leaves a lot of questions to be answered that I am happy to wait for. You know what I mean?
Yeah, this was great. So going into it and reading the first several pages, I was like, I don't know if Tate Brombal can write superheroes. He's going for a very specific style here, and I am not enjoying it. It feels a little old school, right? It's very old school, very almost like kids comic.
It did feel like that.
Feels like a kids comic. It's like so simplistic, but then we get a reason for that, and I go, oh, okay. We're doing this on purpose. And not only are we doing that on purpose, this feels like an indictment on superhero comics that are always
Yes.
trapped in the second act.
Yep.
Right? So like the repetition of superheroes and people dying and coming back and having a relationship and then breaking up and then dating someone else but then getting back together. You know, just such a cyclical thing reading superhero comics for
Yeah.
30 years.
It got a
This is how
little.
it happens.
It got a little meta, but not
Yeah.
in like a fourth wall breaking way, which
Yeah.
I very much enjoyed.
Yeah, this was really fun.
Yeah.
I really like this. And then at the very end, we are introduced to the new Titan. So, yeah, I might try to catch up with this or
Yeah.
keep up with it, I should say.
Yeah.
But yeah, this is fun.
You won't.
No, I won't. It's too much to read. But you know what? I've always been a Titans guy.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I've always loved. I was just having this conversation with someone yesterday. Is that I love families of superheroes. So the Bat family, I love the interactions of the Bat family more than I care about Bruce Wayne.
That's fair.
I love the Superman family more than I care about Clark. The Titans, I love the Titans and the Teen Titans, and they're all sidekicks or new characters coming together. I just, for some reason, I really enjoy that sort of family of superheroes kind of vibe.
Mm-hmm.
So I always dip back into the Titans.
Good.
I can't stop, won't stop. So
Hell yeah.
Yeah, this was pretty dang fresh for me for New Titans.
Nice.
What do we got next?
Did you read any other of the jumping on points?
No.
Okay, great. Then let's.
Should we speed round them?
Let's do this one last though because it's not quite connected.
Great. Okay.
So the next three jumping on points are Catwoman number 85. Selina's Gotham Homecoming starts here. Well, that's one of the next three.
Yeah.
I've been keeping up with Catwoman for the past like maybe 10 issues or so. So I have context. You do not need context by any means. This is very clearly the establishment of a new story arc.
Mm-hmm.
As you can tell by the title of her Homecoming, she's been out of town doing whatever Catwoman does out of town. Mm. We jump into her in the middle of a heist. We establish a new villain, not new in the grand scheme of things, but new as per recent conflict. And I again, things I'm a sucker for are narration on top of a heist.
Yeah,
just I've always loved that kind of movie too. Mm-hmm. I grew up watching Ocean's 11 quite a few times.
Yeah, it's a fun movie,
and that's what this is. I
like the art here too.
Art's great.
Very dynamic.
Who wrote this? Because I always forget. Yeah.
Grønbekk?
Is that the end again? I kind of don't like when they put the credits at the end. Yeah, Torunn Grønbekk is script and art is David Gianfelice. Gianfelice?
Sure. Sounds great.
Davide.
I'm
going to throw out pronunciations and one of them's going to stick. Art's great. Writing is great. We get some action. We get some heist. We get some personal conflict. We get, as per every comic book, a hint towards what the next issue is going to be at the very end. Actually, the end hits pretty hard. It's very well done. She's working. Well, she's working with an unexpected partner.
Okay, cool.
At the moment.
Okay.
That it was established in the last arc, but anyone who's jumping on obviously doesn't know that, so I don't want to spoil too much. So this is fresh AF, dude. Catwoman's actually
Damn, you're having a good week.
It's been a great week for me. I was pretty conflicted about the last 2 weeks of DC stuff because like over half of them didn't feel like jumping on points. Mm-hmm. This week was awesome in my opinion.
Great, awesome.
That said, Nightwing number 136, Crossroads starts here. I didn't like it.
Who's it by?
It's the only one I didn't like.
Is it Dan Waters? Tell me why you didn't like it.
I did not like the art on this one either.
It's not great. I mean, it's fine. It's fine.
Yeah, it's perfectly fine. It's just not my style. And the dialogue writing felt like it was coming from. It felt like it was coming from a non-English speaker.
Oh,
which is fine. Except I think if that were the situation, you would need an editor to pay a bit more attention. But there was like some weird sentences and interactions and grammar here that didn't feel correct, and they were kind of jarring.
Dan Waters as the writer, and Dennis Cohen, classic artist Dennis Cohen, who's been around for decades, who did a stint on The Question way back in the day, I believe. And Norm Rapman on inks.
Yeah, if I were to judge by the name, I'm assuming that sounds like an English speaker to me. Yeah. So it just sounds like wonky grammar, which messed with me quite a bit, actually. And I can only think of like maybe one or two examples, so maybe it's just me and things that stuck out. but I also just didn't care for the story
Yeah.
itself. It honestly, it read to me. It read more like a one shot that was missing a couple pages,
Hmm.
rather than the start of a multi-issue arc.
Okay.
Um,
Nothing I'm seeing makes me want to read it.
yeah, I genuinely wouldn't really recommend it.
Okay.
But if you're on Nightwing, I don't think this is a reason to stop. Like for you, if you're enjoying Nightwing, for all I know, this might be more of the same. I haven't been up to
Yeah.
date with Nightwing.
No.
Um,
It was so tough for me going from Tom Taylor's Nightwing run, which I hold up as an exemplary run for just month to month, very solid superhero comic booking.
mhm.
And then I don't know if Dan Waters took over immediately after that. I don't think so, but it might have been. I just immediately was turned off. I was like, this is not doing anything that I care about. I was immediately bored and I just jumped off after one issue, I think.
Yeah.
I was like, well, I want to give it a shot because I've been enjoying Nightwing and I'm a Nightwing guy.
Yeah.
And I just don't care. And every time I jump in or flip through, I'm just like, I'm just not interested in this. I just put it right back.
Yeah, this is a very like a smaller focused type of
Yeah.
conflict. It's not Nightwing fighting any big baddies.
Mm-hmm.
There's kind of just like one weird issue happening in Bloodhaven that he comes across and tries to handle within this issue. And as per usual, we get a little bit of internal conflict, but it's a little heavy-handed, and yeah, I just didn't love it. I'd say
What sounds barely fresh.
yeah,
Okay.
it really
Nice cover though.
it's a nice cover.
Good cover.
Uh,
Can't all be winners.
Nope, and they're not. Next one, Wonder Woman number 31. This is the Wonder War starts here.
This I did read.
Oh, you did?
I did. I
Oh,
forgot
great.
that I read this.
How'd you think about it? Or what did you think about it?
You had a different cover, and I was like, oh, I didn't read that.
Oh, yeah.
I did, however, read that. Wonder Woman number 31, Legacy 831. And this is by Tom King and Daniel Sampere. I have fallen off of this book like a year ago. I was really enjoying it for the most part. Everything that was going on with the Patriarch, despite Tom King's reliance on so much exposition.
There's a lot of words
by the Patriarch, and it felt very repetitive after a while.
It did.
But God damn it, I love this version of Wonder Woman. I love, for the most part, the way Tom King was writing it, and I love Daniel Sampere's art. Art goes a long way for me if I'm reading something.
The art in this book has been great.
God damn, it's so gorgeous. It came out of nowhere for me, this guy, and I love him. I think he did Dark Crisis on Infinite Earths. But yeah, I don't know what's happening other than we have a new character called the Matriarch.
Yep.
After, I assume, the Patriarch was taken down. And I like her, and we get some of her backstory. So I don't know. Are you caught up with Wonder Woman? Wonder Woman? So have we met her before this, or is this her first appearance?
We caught a glimpse of her at one point, but this is effectively her first like in context real appearance.
And then she has a lot of history with Lizzie. So her name's Lissa. So it's Lissa and Lizzie. Lizzie being the daughter of Wonder Woman,
aka Trinity.
And this is a future story where we have John Kent Superman,
Damian
which is
Wayne,
funny
Batman.
because of another reveal that came out this week.
For John Kent. Yeah. You're right.
The fuck. John Kent Superman, Damian Batman, and then Lizzie Trinity. And this was fun. I really like this.
It was really good.
I'm gonna jump back onto Wonder Woman.
I also I think it was in the Wonder Woman books a little while back. We were getting consistent what's it called, the shorter story that's in the back of books?
A backup.
We were getting consistent backups of interactions between Damian, John, and Lizzie when they were kids. Those stories were adorable. I liked them quite a lot. And then
I felt like after I got one of them, I was fine.
That's fair.
Like I get it, and then I kept reading, and I was just like, I lost interest.
Yeah, they were super cutesy. Like there wasn't really a whole lot to them.
They're like gag books. Like,
yeah.
Oh, isn't that funny? Isn't that cute?
That said, though, like, you know, there's one of those older stories. Is Damian and John watching over Lizzie like babysitters and disputing like if they're really babysitters, and that does get referenced in here in their adult interactions, which I think is very funny. Yeah, this was also fresh AF for me, dude. This book has been good, and I really like the characters in this, man. Yeah, this is awesome.
So there is a bit of hullabaloo online and TikTok, comic talk about Tom King and Wonder Woman, his writing on Wonder Woman, and the creation of Lizzie Trinity.
Mm-hmm.
And that is that when asked about why he created Trinity, and I'm paraphrasing, I've only heard this, third hand, was he wanted John and Damien to have a sister.
Mm-hmm.
And not, which sounds fine until you think, well, so this wasn't done for Wonder Woman. It was done, we're creating this female character for these boys.
Okay. Yeah.
Right? So it's a male writer creating a female character just to give the boys someone to hang out with, as opposed to maybe wanting to write a story about a woman superhero having a child, having a daughter, and their relationship and all this. So like, I think the focus, and also it could have just been like an off the cuff interview question, it's not just because of this, but one of the things was because I wanted them to have a sister. That being said, I love her.
Trinity's great,
and I love the three of them hanging out as adults.
Me too.
Yeah.
I can definitely see people's issues with that concept. I will also say the development of Lizzie, although there was a big, like, in Tom King's way, there was a lot of wordy narration about where Lizzie came from.
Yeah.
But we didn't see much of, or any of, really Wonder Woman being a mother, which feels like would be an important thing to explore.
Yes.
Yes. The last 2 issues specifically touch on Wonder Woman's motherhood. But they're very much just like a standalone filler 2 issue. I'm sure some stuff will come back later, but and it mainly consists of Wonder Woman going home to Themyscira, being like, I'm tired, and everyone there being like, we'll take care of her, don't worry. And it's like, okay, cool, yeah, like village, raising a kid, whatever. But we still don't see much of Wonder Woman as like handling those struggles.
Right.
And
what is this, issue 33?
Yeah.
33 issues.
Yeah.
You'd think we'd have some more of that by
now. The appearance of Trinity was a major point, but not really how we got there. I think she like formed her of the dirt of Themyscira, basically.
How the same way she was made?
Oh, is that how she was made?
That's how Wonder Woman was made, her mom sculpted her out of...
Well, okay, well, at least that's consistent. I'll give it that. Yeah, we get a glimpse of that, and that's pretty much it.
Okay, cool. I do want to catch up. I like Tom King mostly. But yeah, that is kind of a sticking point a little bit of like...
I feel that.
It's a woman's comic book about a woman and about a daughter. For it's just like, well, what about... How about, isn't it funny that these 2 boys have to babysit her and she's a handful? Like, all right, guys.
And you know what? To that point, I don't know if we've gotten any Wonder Woman and like non-baby Lizzie interacting.
Right.
Which I feel like that would be, again, cool moments to have of mother and daughter. But
maybe it's coming. Hopefully it's coming. But I'm still, all that aside, I do still enjoy reading the book. Yeah. I'm jumping back in, I think. But again, Daniel Sampere, man, he really does a lot of heavy lifting here. He's really good. I really like his artwork.
So I'm looking for something. Yeah, we will be getting some of that.
That's a good look for her. Older Wonder Woman,
isn't it? That's great.
Silver Fox streak, awesome. So yeah, that a lot of DC stuff hit the shelves yesterday, this week. We got one more. A new story starts here.
This is another jumping on point outside of the main continuity of DC. This is for Absolute Flash. A new story starts here. I'll just say, it did. It started here. I'm not up to date with Flash. This was I
jumped off.
This is a very comfortable jumping on point.
Nice.
And I liked it. I might start keeping up with Absolute Flash. And honestly, they did a pretty good job of recapping some history and important events without exposition, just doing it in conversation. And not holding your hand too much either. I liked it quite a lot. It was pretty dang fresh.
I started it, but I didn't have, before we started recording, I didn't have a chance to finish it up. But I did catch the first couple of pages, and I was like, oh, actually, you know what? Maybe I will finish this.
Yeah.
It's interesting.
It had a good flow to it.
How fresh?
Pretty dang fresh.
Pretty dang fresh. Awesome. So yeah, if you're looking for good jumping on points, now's the time. Go to your local comic shop, check out some DC, look for either the Next Level books or the, Blank Story Starts Here, which I think every publisher should be doing.
I agree.
Anytime there is a new number 1 jumping on, not number 1 issue, number 1 of a story, that needs to be big on the cover. Jump on here.
Which I will say DC does consistently pretty well. I do like how, in this case, they're the label looks the same on everything, where it's
Yeah.
the blue banner that says the story starts here.
Yep.
Especially because that looks nice on the shelf.
Mhm.
But even outside of that, I feel like DC does a relatively good job of at least having like a blurb in a corner
Yeah.
of like the whoever appears now or
Mhm.
something along those lines. But
Yeah.
Marvel, however,
Just do more of it.
Yeah.
But all right, that's it. On the live stream, 8 o'clock, last night, Wednesday, we did. What did we do? We looked back at the 2002 edgelord hit, Resident Evil, starring Mia Jovovich, which
edgy.
is so. Going back and revisiting that movie, I loved it.
I'm happy for
It's
you.
so like there are legit sci-fi horror concepts in there that I love and set pieces that I absolutely love. But then there are a lot of issues with the movie that it's so bad that it's kind of fun.
Mm-hmm.
So like there's legit good stuff and then stuff that's so bad it's fun. And altogether I'm like, that's a home run. That was really fun. I really enjoyed it. So,
Oh yeah, I'm glad.
So yeah, see what the other folks on the podcast had to say though, because it wasn't just me. All right, that's it. We did it. Thank you so much for hanging out with us, and we'll talk at you later.
Goodbye from the casting couch.
It's so sticky.